Hello friends, and welcome to this second video presentation in this module. Today let us discuss about another topic, the importance of effective communication in your career. It goes without saying that effective communication is very important for the advancement of career. No one can really progress in one's career without effective and good communication. We see all around us those people who are good in communication doing very well, which means good communication is absolutely important for career. As Paul J. Meyer would say, communication, the human connection, is the key to personal and career success. Coming to the question, how does effective communication happen? Of course, our language is very important. Be it English or our own vernacular languages, the language that we speak is very important, and not just language, but the use of right words and expressions is very, very important for good communication. At times, using wrong words and wrong expressions can put us into a lot of problems and difficulties. I remember there was this one judge who gave a famous verdict in the court. He said in his verdict, of course, hang him not, leave him. But the steno who took down the verdict made a slight mistake with regard to the punctuation mark. Instead of putting the comma after hang him not, the person put the comma after hang him. So the verdict read, hang him, not leave him. Poor defendant lost his life because the steno made a slight mistake. So sometimes wrong words, wrong punctuations, wrong pauses can lead us into a lot of problems. And that's why right use of words and expressions is very crucial for good communication. But how we say what we say is also equally essential. As I said in the earlier video, our body language and expressions lead to a lot of non-verbal communication. So the second most important element of good communication is confidence. Confidence is the key. But how do we build this confidence? We build this confidence by sheer hard work. Without hard work, we cannot build confidence. As someone has rightly said, success is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. We build our confidence through hard work. Even to speak for a minute, you need to put in a lot of hard work and prepare well. Maybe you may have to sit in front of the computer for hours together or practice it, and then only that 1 minute presentation will come out good. That's why hard work will never betray you. The third most important quality of communication or good communication is the ability to listen. Many times we think communication is all about speaking and doing presentations. No, not really. We must develop the ability to listen and listen correctly, wholeheartedly. And we must listen without distractions. Even if someone were to attack you, you still listen. Listen till the person finishes attacking you. And then maybe spend some time in defending yourself and giving a clarification. But listen all the same. And all those who seek a good career must develop this ability. However, When you listen to someone else, don't be tempted to give unsolicited advice. Keep away from giving unsolicited advice. Just listening is enough. The fourth important element of communication, good communication, is mutual respect. That means when I communicate with the other, I must listen with respect. I must respect the other person. Doesn't matter if you do not like what the other person is saying, but that does not stop you from respecting that person. Now, effective communication is broadly divided into powerful communication and powerless communication. You would think that it is the powerful communication which would help you to build a career. Mostly yes, but not always. But what is this powerless communication? As the term itself suggests, this communication is not eloquent communication or communication which has got great amount of confidence and then somebody who can make impression, but it is a very sincere communication. This has been discussed by Adam Grant in his book which he wrote in 2013 called Give and Take. Now in this book, Adam Grant speaks about three categories of people. One is the takers, the second one are the matchers, and the third ones are the givers. Now, who are these takers, matchers, and givers? Now, takers are those people who will not think anything about the other person, but they will think about themselves and see how they can come up and become powerful at any cost. So there is no question of bringing or building up the entire group or team. No, they will only think about themselves, and of course they will become powerful and they will advance in their career. Now, matches are those people, the second category of people. These people would help you if you help them. Otherwise, they will not help. So they will help quid pro quo. If you help, they will help. Otherwise, they will not help. To the extent that they have something to gain from you, they might help. Otherwise, they will not help. But givers are those people, that is the third category of the people. Now, these people will help you whether you help them back or not. Doesn't matter whether you help, but their nature and their inner quality is to help you. They will go to any extent to help. So these are the givers. Now, as you would see, powerful communication is the strength of the first two categories, takers and matchers. They would thrive on powerful communication. Whereas givers will have powerless communication. That means their communication will not have that eloquence, and yet their communication will have sincerity. And who are the ones who are likely to succeed most of the time? Well, the takers also succeed, matchers also succeed, but in comparison, it is the givers who slightly outweigh the first two. Why? Because their communication and their quality of giving will sustain in the long run. This ability of the takers and matchers to first think about themselves may not always help. Of course, you should not become a pathological giver. Pathological givers are those people who have a compulsion to always give and not to think anything about themselves. But you need not be a pathological giver, because the pathological giver will be burnt out after some time. It is more a compulsion for such people to give rather than be happy. But a genuine giver is the person who is happy even after giving and thinking about the other. And I think when you become a giver, you become that type of a person who gives and yet is very happy, and thus he is not burnt out. This is what Adam Grant would say in his book. So powerful communication is very important for your career. You will succeed, but powerless but sincere communication can take you much longer. I like this African proverb which reads, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. So work hard, work sincerely, communicate sincerely, even if it is powerless communication, and become successful in your life.